Hey everyone, Sawmill Charlie, and welcome to the bee farm. Today I'm out here and I am going to install my second batch of queen cells. And we had grafted 22 and there was 18 of them that were accepted. So that's about an 80% acceptance rate, which is good in my opinion. Another grafting tip that I wanted to make is that just recently, the first cells that I had, it had some webbing on the bottom bar here. So I had watched some other videos over the last year or two, and they talked about the actual width of the bar here and the shoulders. And a normal grafting bar, if you can see this, I'm going to bring it in tight. You have a normal shoulders right here, like on any frame. And then what I did is I took a sander, a belt sander, and I ground those shoulders off to where they were even with the top bar. And the top bar is about 3/4 of an inch wide. That brings the other frames closer. The pollen frame and the nectar frame is closer to both sides of the grafting frame. When you put your cell cups in after grafting, it reduces or eliminates completely the webbing or the burr comb the bees like to build, because they like to fill space with comb. And you can see here that there isn't any webbing on these cells, and it did work quite well. So that would be another recommendation when you get into grafting. Take your grafting frame, take a belt sander, cut off these shoulders up here on both sides so your pollen frame and your nectar frame can fit tighter and closer to your cell cups. All right, we have those cells here, and what we're going to do is I am going to transfer them to my egg carton for safety and easy transport. I have found also these JZBZ plastic cell bars are very easy to get the cells to be released from them. I have had made my own wooden bars, and the bees like to propolize or wax those cell cups onto them bars a lot more, to the point where you have to use a putty knife or something real small thin blade in order to try to wiggle and break that seal. And that's why I have to recommend these JZBZ plastic cell bar to use, since they are so much easier to get the cells off. And once I get this done, and I will take you on down to the two-frame mating nuke yard. All right, everyone, we're here in the two-frame mating box area of my apiary. And you'll see these boxes on top of my two framers here. Something I didn't mention the last time. There is a hole drill that fits a Gatorade bottle top. I can't really tell you what the size of it is. What I have done is switched over to a pint jar with one of those bought feeder lids that has the little round circle of holes, which works real good if you're going to use sugar water or, let's say, some Pro Sweet. Just invert the bottle, put it on the hive. I made these boxes to cover up those bottles to keep them out of the sunlight, so the vacuum doesn't regulate up and down, so it would be pumping the liquid out onto the bees inside the box, and that would also create a possible drowning problem. It also keeps the bees away from those bottles. And I designed these to where it has these two ears on either side of my two-frame mating box. It's these ears slide down alongside the migratory lid and down past the side of the box, which keeps this kind of locked onto the box so it won't blow off, and it also helps keep the migratory lid in place while these are on. So we've got a few hives here. Here's one of the pint jars with the little lid that has the holes in it, and they were needed some fluid in there, some nectar, so I've been using Pro Sweet. I know it's very expensive, and I bought it, and what I did find with it is that if you have a robbing problem, because you know bees can smell sugar water, but with this Pro Sweet they don't seem to be able to smell it, and it reduces the robbing problem, especially with these set of hives. They're very small and very weak, and they are right in the same apiary where my 10 frames hives are, which is not, you know, that's not the best place for them, but that's the place that I have to put them. So that's why I use the Pro Suite. So we're going to get in to these next 4 2-framers here, and I've got my queen cells here in my egg carton, and we're going to place them into the 2-frame mating nukes, and in 2 days they should be hatched. All right, I'm suited up for some safety, make sure that I don't get stung in the face. I'm going to go ahead and take this top off real gingerly. I don't want to really use any smoke. Keep the bees calm as much as possible. Lay that lid down. Go ahead and grab me a queen cell. And here she is. I'll take and lay it right there for right this moment. Pull up a 2-framer here, one of the frames. And that one really doesn't have any eggs on it, which I like to put it where there is some brood, so the bees will go there and try to keep the brood warm and also keep my queen cell warm. And they've already started to try to make queen cells, so what we have to do is we have to destroy them on their volunteer queen cell, so they'll work on my cell. A couple more over here, and we do have some nice brood. Well, there's another one right there, and I believe that is it. And like I showed in the other video, let me see if I can walk around here closer to the camera. All right, here we go. Here's the brood. I want to put this cell right close to the brood. I will try to put that little blue ring, and there is my cell. It is in place. I'll put it towards the other frame, slide it in very gingerly, and I will bring the other frame over, and pretty much that is it. That hive is ready for a new queen. Let me put my feeder jar back on for now, and put my cover over that feeder jar. We have 3 more 2-frame mating nukes here. I have populated some 3 to 4 days, well actually 4 to 5 days ago. And we'll go ahead and put a cell in here. Check the thing for any queen cells. I don't see anything. There is some pollen. There is nectar on this frame. And a few queen cells right there. So we will take and destroy those. And my neighbors are over there and they are spreading some fertilizer. So we'll pick out another queen cell. I'll put it right down here by the brood. I'm not really crazy about that one. Let's put it right here by the brood so they can keep it nice and warm. And we'll slide these frames over. Population is not the greatest in that hive, but I think it'll do for now. Okay, I brought you up a little closer, hoping you can even see better. Now these nukes here, the two framers, and they are built in as for medium frames. The other ones that you've seen have been deep frames. And of course, here's my cover for the feeding can. And this one here still has some feed in it. And this one here, I sold the queen a couple days ago. And now we're going to restock the hive with another cell. And hopefully you can see this. Population is good. The brood is right here. What's left of it, we do have a queen cell started right there. Something that you got to check all the time when you have a mating box like this, especially if they're a day or two after you've taken a queen out, and most likely she has laid some eggs in here. I'm going to go ahead and place this queen cell right here next to the brood. The other side is free of any other volunteer queen cells. And we'll check the other side just to make sure there isn't any cells. There's plenty of nectar. That's why they didn't take much juice. So we will close that back up. And I'm going to close that and put another Gatorade bottle back in there since they don't need anything. I'll take my little tag off here and I'll put another one on there. It's stating it's a queen cell and it'll hatch on June the 15th. So let's check out the next one. It also hasn't taken much liquid. Oh, this is the virgin queen. We don't really need to go into that one, but I will put a bottle on that since they're not taking any of their liquid. So let me move the camera here for you, and we'll get into this green hive, which does not have a queen. I actually sold her a couple days ago. And we'll see how the population is. It looks a little bit weak, but we do have some nice cap brood. Like that. There is some more on that side, a little more, but overall the bee population itself is a little weak. I'll have to add some bees to it. I will add the queen right here in the middle next to the brood. Put her back in. And we will close this hive up. And I will give this hive some fluid and put the cover back over top of that to shade the bottle. All right, the next one is the white hive here, and it has been stocked about 4 days ago with brood and bees, and it's got a good looking population. And we'll scoot these frames over. That is definitely a nectar frame, as heavy as it is. I will go in here to the white frame, I think is a brood frame. Check for cells. And no cells. And with perfect place to put a, let's see if we can get over here where y'all can see. We'll put a cell right there. All right, Mr. B, get out of the way. There we go. Put that one in. And we're done. Close the hive up. And on to the next. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed going through the 2-frame mating nukes with me and putting in queen cells and checking the population. And I hope the tip about taking and removing the shoulders off of your grafting frame will help you if you're getting into grafting. So until next time, please like, subscribe, click the notification bell, share my videos with your friends, and have fun with your bees.